Hearty welcome from the Grace College of Engineering, which is located at Tuticorin. This is Bisli Angel from the Department of Tripoli. Today I am going to teach about the timer IC application, that is astable multivibrator and monostable multivibrator. Let us enter into the astable multivibrator experiment, and here the ultimate aim is to design its circuit for the given specification by using our 555 timer IC. For that we record some of the apparatus, that is function generator. We can give the input for the circuit diagram with the help of this function generator. CRO, this we can get the output from the CRO. Dual RPS, it is also used to give the input for our circuit diagram, circuit, and timer IC. The major operation will play by this IC 555 timer. So all the component will be constructed in our breadboard and resistors. So depending upon our design, we can take the desired resistor. Here I am taking 7.5 kilo ohm and 3.9 kilo ohm and capacitor. So we record a 0.01 microfarad capacitor for this experiment, and all the component in our breadboard can be connected with the help of this connecting wires and probes. So what is an astable multivibrator means? It is a free running multivibrator. It is a rectangular wave generating circuit. This circuit does not require an external trigger signal to change the state of the output. So this is the main thing of our astable multivibrator. So it does not require any external trigger input. So here the time during which the capacitor charges from 1/3 VCC to 2/3 VCC is equal to our time of our in output is, that is our output is high, and that will be given by TC is equal to 0.69 into R1 plus R2 into C. From that we can get the TD, and that is these timings are all considered as our T on and T off. From this two timing we can calculate the total time period. So TC is charging time, and discharging time of the capacitor will be given by TD. Okay, so the total time period of our output waveform will be given by T, capital T is equal to TC plus TD. Okay, so we can get the total time like this. Okay, and this is our pin diagram for our 555 timer. So we can give ground to our pin number 1, and we can give the trigger signal to our second pin, and we can get the output from the third pin, and we can reset our circuit with the help of our fourth pin, and VCC will be given to our 8th pin, and discharge signal will be given to our 7th pin, and threshold voltage meant for our 6th pin, and control voltage will be meant for our 5th pin. So this is a circuit diagram. When we construct this circuit diagram, we are getting the output voltage as like this, and capacitor we need to get the capacitor. We need to get the output of the capacitor voltage as like this, as like the model graph. So T on will indicate that the TC, and TF will indicate our TT. Okay, that is charging and discharging time of our capacitor. So whenever we are constructing this circuit diagram in our breadboard, we are getting this output voltage and capacitor voltage like this. So we need to get this output waveform with the help of our CRO. Okay. So here for getting this output we need to design some of the parameters with the help of our frequency and duty cycle. So we are given the frequency and duty cycle, we can get the resistance value with the help of the on and that is charging and discharging time. Thereby we are getting the model graph. Okay, so the ultimate aim of this experiment is to construct this circuit diagram in our breadboard to get that output waveform like VO and VC, that is capacitor voltage. But in order to get the concept, I am going for the multi-sim software. And similarly we can get the component, this is your CRO and this is our 555 timers circuit component which is in a multi-sim software. Okay, so when you construct this circuit as per our circuit diagram in our manual, we are getting the output like this. So the red will indicate your output voltage and the green will indicate your voltage across your capacitor. So we need to take the measurement of this two voltages and want to fill the tabular column with the help of the waveform which is obtained in our multisim or manually in the CRO. Okay, so you have to take the measurement of your amplitude, that is number of division into volts per divider division, and time period from your graph for your output voltage and also for your capacitor voltage, that is the voltage across your capacitor which is connected in your circuit diagram. This is what we want to do for this unstable multi-vibrator. So again, the aim of this experiment is to design the multi-vibrator, and after designing we need to get the graph waveform like this, and from the waveform we need to fill all the parameter measurements in the tabular column. Okay, so this is how we can design our unstable multi-vibrator circuit and get the output voltage and capacitor voltage of the same. Hope you understand the circuit, and thank you. So a warm welcome from the Grace College of Engineering, and this is Beslia Angel from the Department of EEE. And as I said earlier, another timer IC application is monostable multi-vibrator. So here also this experiment also required a design for the given specification using our 555 timer IC. So for that we are similarly we are having some of the apparatus requirements for this experiment, that is function generator. So it will give the input for our circuit and CRO, and we can get the output waveform from our CRO, and timers IC, that is 555 timer. Breadboard, all the component will be connected in this breadboard alone, and resistor here I am taking 10 kilo ohm, and capacitor, that is 0.01 microfarad and 0.01 microfarad, and all the components that will be connected in the breadboard with the help of our connecting wires and probes. So what is a monostable multi-vibrator? It is also called as one-shot multi-vibrator, and it is a pulse generator circuit. Here the duration of the pulse is determined by our RC network connector externally to our timer, and in a stable state the output of the circuit is approximately 0 or at a low level. When an external trigger pulse is applied, the output is forced to go high, that is approximately VCC. The time during which the output remains high is given by, here it is given by Tp is equal to 1.1 RC1. So the main thing is we want to get the output waveform and the capacitor voltage waveform, and also here we need to get the trigger input. So we need to construct the circuit diagram. After that, from the circuit diagram we need to get 3 output waveforms, that is, one is output waveform voltage output voltage waveform, and trigger input waveform, an external trigger input waveform, and the last one is the voltage across the capacitor waveform. Okay, so this is our pin diagram, and here we are having the circuit diagram for our monostable multivibrator like this. For getting the R1 value, we need to design for the given TP, and we need to design the R1. We are having the TP. If the TP will be given, means we will get the R1 value, and we can choose the C2. So what is the procedure for this circuit diagram is, we need to give the connection as per our circuit diagram, and circuit diagram, and we need to give the supply voltage as a 5 volt to our timer circuit, timer IC, and a negative trigger pulse of 5 volt. 2 kHz is applied to our pin of 555 timer, and at the pin 3 the output waveform will be observed with the help of our CRO, and at the pin 6 we are getting our capacitor voltage with the help of our CRO, and we need to plot the VO, VC, and also the trigger pulse in our graph as per the model graph like this. Okay, so this is the thing we need to done for this experiment. First we need to construct the circuit diagram as per our manual, and we need to get the VO, that is the output voltage, and VC, that is a capacitor voltage, and also we need to get the trigger input. So from that waveform we want to calculate the amplitude and the time period. Okay, so for getting the concept, I'm just taking the circuit diagram in the Multisim software. This is the diagram which I construct in the Multisim. Similarly, we can take the component of the function generator that is given below, and XFG1, and the CRO XSC1, that is CRO, and 555 timer. All the components should be taken from the file. After that, get into the component. From the component itself we get those components. So similarly we can get the component like R1 and C1, C2 from the same procedure. Okay, after giving the supply voltage 5 volt, then when we click the run button in our Multisim, we are getting the output like this. So the pink will represents your trigger input, and your red color will indicates your trigger input, and the blue will indicates your voltage, output voltage, and the pink will indicates your capacitor voltage. Okay, so this is the graph which is obtained from our CRO when we click on it. Okay, so from this 3 graph we can calculate the amplitude of our trigger input V0 and Vc, and also the time period, and noted the values in the tabular column. This is we want to do in this experiment of monostable multivibrator. First we need to design it, and after that we need to get the output, and from the output we need to measure the amplitude and the time period of the waveform. That is, one is trigger input, second one is voltage, output voltage, and the third one is capacitor voltage. Okay, hope you understand the circuit and the experiment operation, and thank you.